Hey guys, in this video, we're gonna learn how to put a monitor mount with your monitor. The reason why I wanna show you how to do this is because I wanna show you that it's really affordable, really cheap and easy to do. And also it's a great accessory to get for your studio desk. So we're gonna just jump right in and I'm gonna show you how to do this. So I bought this Anker single arm monitor mount from Kmart today. We have that in Australia still. Put this on the desk and it comes with all the screws and everything like that. And it says the size that it's available for your monitor. It's suitable for 15 inches to 27-inch monitors. So you want to make sure that you get the right size for your monitor. This one is a 27-inch monitor, so this is perfect for it. So let's unbox this first and then get the monitor happening. So this was really affordable. This was like well under $50, so it's definitely a great accessory for anyone to get for their setup. It means that you'll be able to move it across your studio desk and have it exactly how you want it. You know, the normal stand where it's not movable, especially for this monitor that I've got here, it's not really movable at all. So actually getting this single monitor mount is perfect for this sort of setup. So this is very exciting. So let's have a look at everything that's inside. So what we get is the actual monitor mount all in one, it looks like. Everything's all sort of together in this egg carton thing. So we've got the mount. Right, we've got this thing, which is the actual arm. And we've got a few extra accessories over here. We've got an Allen key with a few screws as well. Really important to have. And that's pretty much it. So these will be spring loaded. So you gotta make sure that it's away from your face, otherwise you're gonna get a black eye. I've had that happen before where I've unboxed something and then it just smacked me right in the eye. So be careful when you're doing this sort of stuff. That's why this thing is right here. All right, and we get the actual mount as well, right here. This would pretty much go here. You would separately attach everything and you'll put that on your desk. Definitely don't take this apart yet. Be very careful about that. I'm gonna remove the cable tie last and do this last. I'm gonna focus on actually mounting this part to the desk first. It's the most important thing and it's pretty easy. You just move this out the way. Now, you could either do it two ways. If you have like a hole in your desk, you can put it down that way. Like me, I don't have any holes in this desk. You just sort of attach this to the side here. It's easier when it's like this to actually do it than actually doing it on the desk. And then you can just tighten it from here when it's like really close to it. Just getting it as tight as possible is the way to do it. But that's actually not what we do first. We actually want to attach this arm to this thing first, so we can actually attach this to the desk. And it's pretty easy to understand which one's which because they're in two different separate packages. So the top one had the screws that actually mount the base plate to the actual arm. So that was pretty easy to understand. And then you want to make sure this is out the way, so you just sort of mount it. You want to screw it back all the way so it's really easy to put on. And you can just use your fingers up first. If it doesn't work, then go straight to the Allen key. Pretty much just screw right, put it in. And now the first one's in, it's gonna be a lot easier to do the other ones. But yeah, you basically just wanna make sure that you got all three in. Not too tight at first, you just wanna make sure that they can just fit in at first. And then screw in after that. Also with the Allen key, what I'm using is this end because obviously this is in the way. I don't wanna use the long end. So we're using the short end to actually put this in. It makes it a lot easier, and then I just take it out after each round and it makes life a bit easier to try and put these in. And boom, we've now got the actual mount mounted with the bottom plate. And now we can actually put this on the studio desk. And then you want to go sort of to the left, so that's sort of anti-clockwise to actually screw it on. Seems really easy to do. Excellent, so now we have this on nice and tight. Also, one thing I did miss is they have these base plates for both sides. So basically, this would go on this side at the bottom and you can basically pop them on and actually protect your desk from any external damage. And including the 3 pins at the bottom on this side too. So now we got the base off. And also we want to release this from its actual grip. So we're going to do this slowly and keep our head away so it doesn't actually, you know, spring out at us. It already looks like it's about to spring out, so just be very careful about this. There we go. Nothing's gonna break or anything, which is nice. So that can just swing out like that, move in, do that, go in, go out. It's pretty good. You can also switch it around this way. Like, it's very, very sturdy, which is good. So doing this like single-handedly is quite a challenge. If you have a friend that can help you, just like lift this up and put this here, it will make your life 10 times easier. But if you don't, we're gonna figure out how to do it anyway. So what I recommend is doing diagonal first and then filling in the gaps from there. Because when you do diagonal, it makes your life a lot easier and quicker. You just need a Phillips head screwdriver for these 4. There we go. We can actually pop this down, so in case of it falling off, it won't do that now. All you need is something like this, just a basic sort of Phillips head. We're gonna need to put these on each screw, otherwise it's not gonna work as well. Gotta be careful because that sprung up at me. All right, so now we can reinstall it. Oh my God. So the hardest thing is making sure that it's all straight as well with the screws. So that was a very difficult thing, but eventually when you fiddle around with it, you'll get there eventually. It's very difficult at first, let me put it that way. But yeah, eventually you figure it out, and now should be good now because we have both these mounted. See, the first 2 screws are always the hardest to get in, and I don't actually recommend going all the way in with the first screw, but making sure that the first 2 screws are in and do it diagonally. And then from there we can screw in the 3rd and the 4th screw in really easily. But it is a very challenging thing to do at first. I definitely struggled for quite a bit trying to put that together. But it's definitely going to be worth it in the long term. Oh shoot. Now we can easily just screw in the last one. And now we have all 4 put in. It's either you need the spacers, or I think you have the option to actually use the shorter screws as well. Yeah, so it's up to you if you wanted to use the spacers or not. I chose to use the spacers, but it would have been easier to use the short screws, I feel like. So definitely recommend using the short screws, and definitely recommend getting these pads in between these 2 parts as well. Be quite useful for the stand. But overall, this is how we're looking with the actual mount and the monitor. Overall, pretty great. So now we have a lot of movability, just lying flat on the desk. We can have it up here, we can move it left to right. It's pretty great. And we can actually now move it up and down. And it's great because this is about a $269 monitor. But now that we have the ability to actually adjust it, move it up, move it down, it's fantastic. So that was a tutorial on how to mount your monitor to your desk using a single arm monitor stand. And if you want to see more like this tutorial, or you want to see more from this channel, make sure that you like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.